Everyone bustled like headless chickens packing for the ultimate migration, while the captain discreetly snatched a resonator like a thief. At this moment, the Resonator, an astronomer's creation, led the Oasis for a party but blew up with a thrill. Everyone got off the bus eager for the future. However, after just a few steps, this ghostly journey drew them into a battlefield, and the smartest move was to return immediately, clinging tightly. Old Yang saw risk as a lurking ghost and let the astronomer decide, though he was a bookworm, not a born leader. Suddenly, the astronomer asked for the captain's opinion, which pleased him. He proposed keeping two to guard, while others scouted. Everyone sought a safe route and rerouting. Old Yang instantly proposed he and the architect stay, pitching the grand migration to the captain. This migration wasn't simple. People scattered to find safe routes while Old Yang again suggested the architect stay. However, the captain just scoffed at this, and the architect felt that familiar sting of being baited. Without hesitation, he shouted "Head Scout" and dashed down the slope, walking through the mysterious beauty till the land's edge. In the distance, fog swirled, planes hung like stamps, when suddenly a remover popped out like a crashing party ghost. It made a beeline for the architect, but thankfully Old Yang hit a hunch and swiftly sent help while the remover was busy rearranging itself. They raced back, calling for retreat, and the captain, seeing the architect safe, snatched his backpack. He quickly turned off the resonator, and everyone realized the danger of the captain scrambling to evade responsibility. He even betrayed Old Yang's secrets but was preempted. Oddly, his body transformed into a remover instead of bleeding, a mix of amusement and frustration. Turns out, he was already infected by the remover. Other superpowered folks returned, bringing a horde, and their former comrades were devoured. Ordinary people were massacred. The captain, guilty, sought to die with the removers. They ignored him, as if he were one of them. Remaining survivors rushed to the bus, but Old Yang was already inside. A remover blocked their way, dwindling their choices. With no way back to safety, it was only a matter of time before they were caught. Suddenly, the sky cracked open, and the architect then, the world seemed to collapse, and his last sight was their stunned faces. As he drifted in and out of consciousness, he saw Philin rushing towards him, and the architect slowly came to. The first thing that caught his eye was an Egyptian mural, and all his memories flooded back. He felt like a forgotten genius architect. Before the black invitation, he struggled, Philin his girlfriend together for adventure. On the way, he even started dreaming of hitting the jackpot in life, only to discover it was a meticulously laid trap. While Old Yang was busy starting the cult teachers entering deep sleep to reach a realistic dream world. Old Yang sought the architect for his talent. Old Yang asked him to build a city in a dream world, but the architect felt duped. His girlfriend had to crash the party, causing a car accident. Ironically, Philin beat him to the dream world by an hour and a half. Talk about the most inconvenient timing imaginable. Old Yang claimed he wanted to build a city in this dream world, but the architect thought that was an utterly impossible task. Old Yang replied, "The dream world has been known long before us, and many ancient rulers have visited it. Everyone can start anew there, but no one appreciates your talent in real life. You could be a legendary architect." Old Yang approached the captain's bed, yanked off the blanket. In reality, he's a cripple, but in dreams, a respected superpowered being. He regained his memories but didn't want to wake up. Wounded by erasers, Old Yang painted wonders of that world to the architect. How many followers were willing to voluntarily enter that world? The architect retorted, "Do they even know they'll go into a coma and become your servant?" Old Yang shrugged it off. "I offer them eternal life and everything they desired. Isn't it natural that they give something in return?" Yet the architect firmly believed it was all fake and vowed never to enter that world again. But Old Yang warned him that Philin was still out in the wilderness, at risk of being found by the removers. "If you help me build the city, I'll let you all leave right away," Old Yang said, and the architect helplessly lay back on the hospital bed. But his gaze inadvertently wandered to the Egyptian mural on the wall as the nurses prepped him for a booster shot. Old Yang mentioned that while this might be bad for his health, it would spike his brain activity and turn him into a superhuman. The architect's awakening was triggered by Old Yang from the outside. He wanted to know how to wake up from the dream on his own, but Old Yang skillfully dodged the question. Seeing the architect wasn't giving up, Old Yang finally said, "I'll show you how when the time comes." As the architect slowly closed his eyes, he found himself waking up in the most familiar home once again. This time, the room was free from any dark stains, and the picture frames on the table became crystal clear the moment he picked them up. How magical! This time, he entered the dream world with all his memories intact, while on the other side, 4 superpowered individuals were running low on supplies. They decided to keep the last bit of food for themselves when suddenly, a beam of light zipped down from the sky. It morphed into a bridge that smashed down on the erasers, with the architect standing heroically at the helm, like a superhero. The five of them zipped through the fantastical dream world, heading to a new spot indicated by old Yang, ready to create a city straight out of a dream. The architect gently closed his eyes and, with his fingers, casually sketched a few strokes of lines. Countless lines instantly appeared in the air, transforming into a vast plain where two sci-fi-style buildings rose, forming a beautiful arch. The architect kept waving his right hand, and the gorgeous arch bridge took shape, connecting the two buildings floating in the void as if he were gliding through. As he waved his hands continuously, a stream of stunning buildings sprang forth from thin air, flying to their designated spots. In a matter of moments, a dreamlike city appeared before their eyes, yet the architect's motion never ceased. He spun his arms, and a massive circular building took shape with each movement, showcasing talents that couldn't be expressed in the real world. Unleashed completely here, he endlessly channeled the creator's imagination, with every detail pulsating like flames, weaving fantastical colors into one breathtaking landscape after. As the bridge made of jade stretched to the shore, this magnificent wonder was finally completed, leaving everyone in awe of the architect's creativity. The architect then urged Old Yang to keep his promise and let them go. But Old Yang didn't immediately comply. Instead, he turned into a chatty Cathy, recounting everyone's backstories.